Hello students, today we see three more formula for the Karl-Pearson's correlations. Now we start illustration, chapter number 2, linear correlation. Illustration number 5. I read the whole questions. You all have your own textbook, you can see in it also. Then we start the calculation of this chapter number 2, illustration number 5. The following information is collected by taking a sample of 7 candidates having nearly same intellectual ability to know the effect of last day's preparation for a competitive examination of general knowledge on the result of the examination. Here 7 candidates. It means n is equal to 7. First information we get from the question is n is equal to 7. Here 2 details are given. One detail, reading hours of last 3 days hours, and second, marks obtained in the examination. And in the last questions they write, find the correlation coefficient between reading hours of last 3 days and marks obtained in the following exam from the data and interpret it. It means you have to find R and also interpret the answer of R. Okay, we start. Here we assume that reading hour last 3 days in hours as x variable and marks obtained in the examination is equal to y. Now on the base of that two variables we have to find correlation coefficient. Okay, now let's start. From the question we copy x and y. When you start writing your answer, please take care. Such kind of sum you have to calculate after dropping a one line. Okay, so it is easy to you if you want to do any correction in your exam. Okay, and easy to also check it. 25, 38, 30, 28, 34, 40, 36. Now y. Please take care when you just write questions from your question paper in your answer sheet. Don't do any kind of mistake. Okay, otherwise it is problem for you. You are getting answer but it will wrong. I copied it and just check it again. 25, 38, 30, 28, 34, 40, 36. Okay, 65, 75, 68, 70, 72, 79 and 75. Okay, we already discussed 3 formula of the Karl-Pearson method. Without finding x bar and y bar we can't judge which formula we are going to take. So first we start find the x bar and y bar. For getting the x bar and y bar we need summation x and summation y. In textbook such kind of instruction is not given, but it must be right in your answers. It is easy for you to calculate your sum effectively, because when you recheck your supplementary it is easy to check. Okay, so using the calculator I make a sum of all x's. X variable 25 plus 38 plus 30 plus 28 plus 34 plus 40 plus 36. So it is 231. Now I do the sum of y. 65 plus 75. You all have calculator. You do it on your calculator. 504. I have already n is equal to 7. So first I find x bar and y bar from the above information. X bar is equal to summation x upon n and y bar is equal to summation y upon n. So 231 upon 7 and 504 upon 7. Now use the calculator and find x bar and y bar. I am getting x bar 33 and y bar 72. Here I am getting x bar and y bar in real number, and it is also not big. It is also not big more than 100. So I use the formula number 3. I use the formula number 3. Which formula? R is equal to summation x minus x bar y minus y bar upon under root summation x minus x bar square into under root summation y minus y bar square. First of all, very clear in your mind that why I use this formula, because here x bar and y bar is getting in real number 33 and 72, and it is not also above 100. So I am using this formula. Now we see that which column we need to make for the calculation. First x minus x bar, then y minus y bar. Then here we want summation x minus x bar and y minus y bar. So we have to make the multiply of that two column. So first x minus x bar, y minus y bar. Okay. Then next column x minus x bar, y minus y bar. So first about term is clear. Now x minus x bar square, and we are doing the summation of that, so we get the summation x minus x bar square. Same y minus y bar square, and we are doing the sum of that particular column, then we are getting summation y minus y bar square. Then do next x minus x bar square and y minus y bar square. You have to draw a line. Okay.
Scale do liya jaye.
You use the scale. Okay. Here we can write here x bar is 33. So it is easy to calculate. We are not doing any kind of mistake. Y bar is 72. We already find. Okay. Now x minus x bar. It means 25 minus 33. We have to minus that x bar value 33 from all value of x. Okay. So here we are get first value minus 8. 25 minus 33 minus 8. So that we minus everything. 38 minus 33 5. 30 minus 33 minus 3. 28 minus 33 minus 5. 34 minus 33 1. 40 minus 33 7, and last value we are getting 3. Such same procedure. Y minus y bar means we have to deduct that 72 from all value of y. Okay. So we get the value of y minus y bar. 65 minus 72 minus 7. 75 minus 7. You have to put your finger. Otherwise it may be wrong. Okay. If your mind is distracted in your examination, you just go anywhere. So you have to put your finger where you are calculating. 75 minus 72. 68 minus 72 minus 4. 70 minus 72 minus 2. 72 minus 72 0. 79 minus 72 7. 75 minus 72 3. Okay. Now for that column we have to multiply that two column. It means minus 8 minus 7. 8 7s are 56 and minus minus plus. 5 3s are 15. 4 3s are 12. Minus minus plus. 5 2s are 10. Minus minus plus. 0 always become every value 0 when we multiply any digit with 0. Okay. 7 into 7 49 and 9. Here we don't need the summation of x minus x bar and summation of y minus y bar in this formula. So we don't do it directly. Summation x minus x bar, y minus y. You have to use your calculator to doing it very carefully. I am doing it already. 151. Okay, 56 plus 15 plus 12 plus 10 plus 0 plus 49 plus 9. Okay, clear? Now next, x minus x bar whole square. We have already the bracket value x minus x bar. We just doing the square of that value. Minus it square. Minus value square always become plus. So minus 8 into minus 8 value 64. 5 square 25. 3 square 9. Minus 3 square also 9. 3 square also 9. Minus 5 square 25. 1 square 1. 7 square 49. 3 square 9. Here we put the sum of, we are doing the sum of x minus x bar square, and after using the calculator I am getting 182. Okay, same procedure. Minus 7 square 49, 9, 16, 4, 0, 49 and 9. Again I am doing the sum of that whole column, and we are getting x minus x, y minus y bar square, 136. This is our value. Listen again. How can we know? In every sum we are getting x and y. But how can we know which column we need to make for the calculation of coefficient correlation? After getting x bar and y bar, first we decided that which formula we are going to take. And just don't उसको गोखना नहीं आपको. Okay? You have to create the column your own self like that. Once again I clear. X minus x bar and y minus y bar. After getting these two column, I am making the multiply. Okay, then square and square. Okay, so now I am putting the value of that. Okay, see, summation x minus x bar 151. Just take care. Okay, summation x minus x bar square 182 into 136. Okay, after putting the value, we just using the calculator. First of all, we are doing multiply of 182 into 136 on calculator. We are getting 24752, and also doing the under root of that 24752, you are getting 157.3277. It means after using the calculator, you are getting 0.9598. Okay, it means randomly 0.96. You have to add one digit in it. Here we are getting positive value of r. So it is a positive correlation between the reading hours and marks, but it is nearest to 1. So it is a degree of positive, high degree of positive correlation. We already discussed. Okay, so we have to write, we can see that value of r is 0.96. It is near to 1. So high degree, positive correlation, it is okay, but high degree. Okay, positive correlation between x and y. Okay, you have to also write that reading hour of last 3 days and marks obtained in the examination. I hope you clear everything. Okay.